Classes. Sorry, I'm not there again. Still in jury duty. Y'all have a test today, and y'all need to do well because it's going on this progress report that comes out on Friday. And I'm sorry I have to do this to y'all without me there, but that's the reality. So I need y'all to be super respectful for the substitute today and actually do some work because I'm a little disappointed in some of y'all so far. So let's go over these, and you'll have the class period to work on the test. There are some short answer questions. Do not leave those blank because they're still being graded. Okay, so it says, suppose the amount of algae in a pond triples every 4 hours. If the pond initially contains 10 pounds of algae, how much algae will there be in the pond after 12 hours? So this is what you got to look at, okay? We got to use our y equals a times b to the x formula, and this is going to be our initial value here. And then here, the b value is going to be the rate of growth or decay, and because it is tripling, that would be a growth. So our initial value, it initially contains 10 pounds. So we got 10 times our rate of growth. In this case, it's tripling, so that'd be a 3. If it's doubling, it's a 2. Quadrupling, 4. And then we need to raise it. Our x is the time, but it triples every 4 hours. So after 12 hours, well, how many 4 hours go into 12 hours? Well, you got the first 4 hours go by, it's tripled once. The next 4 hours go by, it's been 8 hours total, it's tripled twice. The next 4 hours go by, it's been 12 hours total, it's tripled 3 times. So you do 10 times 3 to the third, okay? And you will see that this ends up being 90, which is not any of these answer choices because your wonderful teacher decided to not give you one of the questions on the test and change that word to tripling instead of doubling. Alright, suppose the population of a deer in a state is 14,200 and it's growing 4% each year. So remember, if it's growing, you need to add your percent to 1. So we got our initial value, 14,200 little deer. And we got 1 plus, and we need to change this 4% to a decimal, so we move it over twice to the left. So we have 1 plus 0.04. And we want to know after 3 years, so raise it to the third power. And then you can just plug this in on your calculator. 14200 parentheses 1 plus 0.04, I believe. Yep, raised to get raised to, you got to use your little caret button. Third power, you got 15,973.1. You can't have 0.1 of a deer, so we need to round it to the nearest whole number. Oh, there are grades. Whoopsie. Don't look while I get back on. Alright. And we find that G is the closest. And if you read through some of your answer choices, you'll see that some of them are quite ridiculous. And so don't select the ridiculous ones, guys. But you need to use this equation here. Okay? And then also you need to remember your transformed equation. So that'd be y equals a times b to the x minus h plus k. Your a value, negative a, reflects it over the x-axis. Hopefully y'all got that. The different b values, less than, absolute value of b less than 1 is going to be decay. Absolute value of b greater than 1 is going to be growth. You got minus h, moves it right, plus h moves it left, plus k up, minus k down. Now remember your domain and range. I was a little disappointed looking at your work from yesterday, or I guess it would be 2 days ago for y'all now. Domain, when we're talking about the function itself, is going to be all real numbers, unless it's in a real world context. So like in this one up here, when it's talking about population of deer, We want to predict it after X number of years. Years would be your domain, and we can't go back in time. So you would have to have like X greater than 0. Okay? And for our range, we would want whole numbers because you can't have half a deer. It does not make sense. Now for your range, it's either going to be, if your A is positive, you're going to have Y greater than K, and for your A negative, it's going to be Y less than K. So I hope that that helps you on your test. Use your calculator, graph it, read the questions carefully, try your hardest, remember your initial values. If it's growth, you need to add. If it is decay, you're going to subtract instead. So growth, add, decay, which is when it's less than 1, you have to subtract from 1. And that should get you through your test just fine. And I'm going to come pick it up at the end of school, hopefully, and have it graded so that it's on the progress report that comes out on Friday. And so y'all need to be working hard. And I have found out that some of you have taken my Coke Zeros out of my fridge. I have found out that some of you have sat on your phones all class period, and I do not appreciate it. Y'all don't need to be babysat. Y'all are juniors and seniors, and we got one sophomore in there, but y'all are all too grown for that, okay? Work hard, be respectful towards the sub, do your work, and just to give you an idea on your grades, y'all can pause this at any point in this video and go back and see what you want to see. But this is first period's grades, so you can find your ID number on the screen and see that a lot of you are struggling, and so y'all need to turn in all your missing work. And this is for 7th period. Y'all can pause here if you want, and you can see that some of you did your work and thought you had finished it and got 9s on it while I've been gone. I've been grading it, coming up to the school. And so I really, really need y'all to turn in your work, be respectful today, use this information to rock out that test. When you finish the test, if you have time, go ahead and work on anything else. You can turn in anything that you haven't turned in yet, and let's do this, okay? Y'all have a great day, and hopefully, I pray and I hope that I'll be done with this jury case on today, Thursday, and that I'll be back Friday, but if not, y'all still can do an awesome job for whatever substitute is there, okay? Y'all have a great day, great class period, and hopefully I'll see y'all soon.